You make target week in, week out, month in, month out, not at the 11th hour. It's the beginning of the year, and at the beginning of each year, there is always one very critical exercise that I get all salespeople to do. And that exercise involves looking at what you've done with your customers over the past year, in fact over the past 3 years, so you get to understand what the pattern of business is with your customer base. And the idea is, it gives you a starting point for the next year. So once you've carried out the exercise, what you'll understand is how much business they've done with you, what products or services they bought from you, and if they're growing with you. Then what you need to do, knowing your customer and knowing the 3 things I've talked about, allows you to then set a target for the following year. And what are the targets you're trying to set? 1, you're trying to set an increase in business. And 2, you're trying to expand the portfolio of products or services that they buy from you. So it's a very simple matrix system of understanding your customers and then looking at all the products and services that they can buy with you. And that's what you're trying to do. And that's your starting point for the new year. And once you've carried that review of the business they've done with you over the past 3 years and the products and services they bought from you, your task then, if you understand your customer well, is to set a target for each of those customers. And there's 2 targets that you're trying to set. 1 is a financial target, so an increase in business, and 2 are the products and services that you're now going to try and sell to them in the following year. And of course then what happens? You add up all those numbers and you mark them against your target. If you're falling short of your target, you then have to understand where you're going to get that new business from. And there's one more very important element that comes out of this exercise, and that is you now have a reason to talk to your customers. So no longer are you going along for a chat, you're actually going with an agenda of what you're trying to achieve from that customer. So now that you have your data, now that you have your target, and now that you have a reason to talk to your customers, here's what's really important. You have to monitor it through the year, and that's why sales meetings are critical. That's why I talk about having a monthly sales meeting. And if you're working for a company where you haven't got a monthly sales meeting, you're working for the wrong company. Because a monthly sales meeting is as much about you as it is about your sales director or the management of the company understanding what's happening. The sales meeting is about you showing that you're on track. It's about you explaining how you're keeping on track. It's about how you're getting towards the target that you've set for your customer and how you're doing in terms of delivering the products or services that you've set as a target for them. So the monthly sales meeting is critical, and keeping on track allows you to understand if you are on track. Because the biggest mistake that people make, particularly in sales, is that they leave making target to the last month. No, you make target week in, week out, month in, month out, not at the 11th hour.